Incredible evening, everyone. How are you guys doing today? Hello. As you guys come in, let me know who's watching. Drop a hey, how you doing? Let me know where you're watching from. So drop your city and state. Also, if you happen to have come on from one of our @everyone's in our group, let me know if this is your first time catching me live. Even if you're watching the replay of this, go ahead and put #replay or playback. And also let me know if this is your first time watching. All right. So we're going to get into this. I do have a meeting to go to, so we're not going to be on too long. So I'm going to say it in the beginning that I encourage you guys to go ahead and start posting your questions. We are going to, this one I want to really answer like beginner questions, For those who are not familiar with Silhouette Studio and all that it has to offer and how it can benefit you in your creative journey, this is especially for you guys. So don't hesitate to ask questions. If you've ever wondered about something that you can do in Silhouette Studio, now is the time to ask, because I am an expert in using Silhouette Studio. I do have 6 of them. I've been using it for about 9 years now. And I've been teaching it for almost 8 years. So kind of well versed in Silhouette Studio. You can do a whole lot. I was actually just working on some cheer posters. I wish I could share with you guys. If you're in my student union, I will share with you all, because it's a gift for their senior cheer team and they don't know the design. And I don't know if someone may see it and like, oh, I know that person, and share it with them. So I can't share that with you guys. But if you're in my student union, I will share with you guys the beginning parts of those. I wish I could even go live like when I actually make the posters, but because this is for a cheer team, I won't be able to do that. But we are going to record it and I will upload it after the cheerleaders receive their senior posters. All right. So let me go ahead and say hello. Then I'm going to officially introduce myself to everyone, just giving it time for the algorithm to work its magic and get everyone on. If I can get you guys to go ahead and double tap the screen to get the likes up, it helps the broadcast over on TikTok. That would be great. If you're watching over here on Facebook and YouTube, give this video a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm. This is a live video versus it being a pre-recorded. So in the live videos, we do ask in the beginning that you guys hit the like button and also leave a comment, share it out, because it helps with distributing the live video. All right. So hello, incredible evening, incredible greetings, depending on if you're watching the playback of this and it's a different time of day. All right. I missed it. Hey, just say. All right. So hello. Incredible evening, everyone. Incredible evening. Let's see. I am wonderful. How are you? Hello from Virginia. I'm on day 11 with the class. Now I've learned more than I thought I knew in the 2 years I have been using my machine. Oh man. Thank you for that. I'm telling y'all, if you have not enrolled in that 30-day training, I break it down. And as you can see, someone who's been using it for 2 years has said they have learned so much in just 11 of the 30 days. Man, just wait till you get to the end when we're starting to do some designing. You really get to see what it does and all those tools start to combine. Your mind is going to be blown away. Oh, from Florida. I am also a Floridian. I am in South Florida, Miami Gardens. So if you're close to us, you can pick up your Honestly Speaking supplies locally. Hello. Watching from Charlotte, North Carolina. Thank you. Ohio, Vegas. Was it Doddridge? This is your first time catching me live. Well, welcome. Hopefully this will not be your last. And by the end of this, you will want to go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the bell so that you're notified whenever I go live. And I always say live because it's very rare that I just upload content. All right. All right. We see a question here. So we're going to get right back to that. Let's see. Oh, we just did a 1 hour and 40-minute video yesterday on that. So you can definitely check out our video on that, but it is definitely worth getting. I'm going to go ahead, since you asked that question, I'm going to go ahead and drop the link. And on TikTok, someone asked, was Creative Fabrica, depending on how you want to say it, if it is worth getting the subscription. And man, oh man, we barely touched the surface yesterday on the things that you can do, like the files and things that you have access to with that subscription. And I have several videos that have gone into like different parts of it in detail, like the overlays, the Photoshop layer styles. I haven't done, I don't think I've done the mock-up parts of it, like SVGs, PNGs. Like I have several videos where I've gone through like a lot of the files and things that you can get on Creative Fabrica. But yes, I definitely recommend it. I've had it for years and they never have to worry about me ending my subscription. I'm just going to say that. Like that's how much I love it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and copy that and we're going to drop that into the comment section. Okay. So, hey, how you guys doing? It's like, I am on my way. Hello, another one from Charlotte, North Carolina. Hello. All right, so I see another question there. We're going to come back to that. Hello, how are you? Thank you for joining me live. Buffalo, New York. MJ is dying to get to New York. Hello from Montgomery, Texas. Great hair over there today, Professor. Thank you. And from Texas. She says she has taken multiple classes with me and still continues to learn. Hey, Chica. All right, someone else from New York. And all right, so now we're getting into the questions. I see quite a few questions here. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to introduce myself and then we're going to get into this. All right, so hello over here. Is it Miss Wright or Miss SOS Wright? Hello, someone else from Chicago. Tanya, how are you? Thank you so very much for joining us over here. Bo Beautiful 7 from Springfield, Illinois. Thank you for watching and joining the live. Go ahead and continue. Come on, guys. Y'all can do better than that. Go ahead and double tap that screen. Let's get these likes up to at least, by the time I finish my intro, we should at least be to about 300. Okay, let's get up there. I'm shooting for 1,000, but we can Ricky 300. Ricky 300 is very, very doable. See, look, we're almost there. See, 1,000. We gonna hit 1,000. All right, y'all. So I am Shakia, the professor of HSINK365. We are a company dedicated to helping creative entrepreneurs start, build, grow, and scale their business through trainings and teachings on graphic design, understanding about business, understanding your craft as far as the things that you create. We do that through free videos here on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok, and our Creative Academy, 365 Creative Academy. And we also supply you with some amazing products for sublimation. And someone asked about Jet Pro 3G, which is print and cut, and you do that with a regular standard printer. And if you have an Epson one, you can use our pigment ink. So we carry sublimation ink, sublimation paper, pigment ink, and some other accessories. We also have heat tape and more. All right. So check out our website, shop.hsink365.com. All right. I am going to scroll on up because I saw a few questions as I was going down. So let's see. OMG, I did the calibration on my rolling the other night, and boy, it took 20 tries to get it right. Yes. Do I get started with helping people making t-shirts? Of course I do. Whether it is sublimation, eco solvent, I've done videos about screen print transfers, about DTF transfers, if you're using heat transfer vinyl, if you're doing printables. So almost every single way that you can make a t-shirt I have done, and I help others learn how to start making t-shirts. I still use my my resetter for my ink cartridges from you. Yay! All right, let's go back up. I got to figure out where that question was. Let's see. Okay. So can you tell me a little bit more about the Jet Pro paper? Can I use print and cut with it? Yes. So that's what you have to pretty much use it with, is print and cut. Let me grab this shirt real quick. So this is a shirt that was made with print and cut or Jet Pro 3G. All right. So this was done with Jet Pro 3G. With Jet Pro 3G, you have you can use a carrier sheet. I pretty much use heat tape, but the way that it's made, a lot of the newer things became a lot more popular because it's not really easy to transfer Jet Pro 3G if you have like, kind of like, you see how Celebrating is? That right there is with regular heat transfer vinyl. So is the word big. That's regular heat transfer vinyl because it's on the backing. Once you read it, it makes it easier to put onto your garment. This, however, it is a little bit harder if you have loose elements. Like you literally would have to go in and release like each one. So Jet Pro works a little bit better if you can peel it off like in one piece. I use it on dark. It's made for dark, so it's going to be advertised for darks, but I use it on dark shirts, but I also use it on white shirts because it's opaque. I can't stand the one that is made for lights because when you pull that, it stretches and it cracks. So I don't really care for the one that is for lights. I always use the one for darks, even on white shirts. So one of the things that I do is like when I'm creating my designs, I try to make it to where everything is connected. So this one has like a strategic and intentional pink background on it so that everything connected together, pull it off all as one, and then adhered it to the shirt. So you can use pretty much any type of ink, whether it's pigment ink, not all printers are pigment ink, or dye ink. If you have an eco solvent, you technically can use Jet Pro 3G. If you don't want to use the kind of pricey Caesar color print, you can use Jet Pro 3G with that as well. The one thing that I love about pigment ink printers is that the ink is water resistant. So once it gets washed, no ink is going to come out at all, not even a little bit. With dye ink, you might lose a little bit of ink. My niece just turned, well, she'll be 9 in March. And so you can see when this was from, and she'll be 9. So that kind of lets you know whether or not it lasts. All right. Where do I sign up? So we have, all right, it depends on like what you're wanting to learn. Is it the design part? So for any shirts, if you're not going to just get pre-made designs and just want to cut them and make shirts and you're looking to learn how to design, I highly recommend that you start with our Essentials to Silhouette Studio. Learn Silhouette Studio in 30 days training because it's going to break down all of the tools, functions. That way, when we're going into design classes, you'll understand the tools more and you'll be able to follow along a lot easier because you'll know where the tools are. I teach from Silhouette Studio. All right. So Essential Silhouette Studio, Learn Silhouette Studio in 30 days is where you're going to start. And we will have some new. So you're coming on, you're finding me at the right time because you'll be able to attend some of our classes like live. Whenever I do my classes, I always do the first run of it live via Zoom. And then you get unlimited lifetime access to the playbacks. So just continue to follow us. Make sure you get on our mailing list. On our website, it'll say Get Class Updates, and you will click there to find out about the upcoming classes. Okay, so I asked before about glyphs not showing for a single line font, but are there, but they're there. You just can't see till you click on it, but you don't know what you're clicking on. All right, I'm not sure which font you're referring to. I'm just going to show you how I see glyphs. So let's go ahead and go over here. How do you get the screen to stop moving while doing something in Silhouette? Oh, that normally happens. Do you have a Mac or do you have a PC? So while I flip this over, let me know if you have a Mac or a PC. All right, let me turn the light off so it's not such a glare. Haha, I knew you had a Mac because that normally happens with Mac users where it's kind of like it just gets stuck and it's like this, like, when you're scrolling, it's like this weird arrow and it gets stuck. I'm not a Mac user. Well, not a frequent Mac user. I have not experienced it to figure out how to make it stop. For some people, if they just open up, stop doing that. Some people, if they say if they just open up a new design page, it stops. Others say that they have to start it all over. It's a glitch with Macs. I'm not really sure why it happens or how to kind of like make it stop, because I've never experienced it personally. Okay, so we're going to go here and SHINKEYA. Oh, wow. It's every time you use it. Yeah. Not which version are you using? It can also be the version that you have on your computer. For me, I find that 4.3.370 is the most stable version of the software. All right, let's add a little bit of color to this. And then we're going to go over here to, I'm just going to go to I love glitter. Okay. So here is just the standard font. To get to the glyphs, you have to, of course, have Designer Edition or above, and you're going to click here. So no, it's not going to like, I'm not sure what you say, like you can't see it until you click it. So I'm not sure what that means. Now, if they made their preview really, really small, I mean, there's nothing you can really do change that. But like all the ones that I see when I'm on here, they're all big. And it's like, if you put your mouse over it, it does make it a little bit bigger. And this is how I see, all of the glyphs. So if I wanted to add this onto the end, or if I wanted to add, let's say, this to the beginning. So that's how I see mine. I'm going to also do one that I know that has glyphs, which is the Samantha font. So we're going to change, well, we got to first go back over here and change this to Samantha. And I'm going to double click. We're going to get rid of that and that. And from here, I'm going to go into the glyphs and I can see them. So I'm not sure what is different on yours. That is something where you may want to take a picture and post it in the student union, since you're one of my 365 Creative Academy students. Post it in the student union so I can see how yours is showing up. But if it's just something that's just thin, it's just the way the font is, because it's not going to necessarily change the size and how you see it. So I'm going to scroll all the way down. This one has a lot of glyphs. So I'm going to try and scroll down to where the S's are. PQRS. Oh, I went too far. Okay, so about right there. I'm going to click on my S and make it that one. And then my A, let's scroll on down. Now, I normally don't use this glyph guide for my Samantha font. I have what's called the Samantha font glyph guide, and I have it in my library where I can see all of the glyphs all at one time, because I created that guide, and you can purchase that on our website. All right, so let's go and find the A's. Because this right here is annoying. So Samantha has way too many glyphs. Okay, so there we go. And let's just put this A. All right, so that's how I add. Oh, that's how I add them. All right, so that's that. Let's see if you had made another comment. Okay, yeah. So I mean, there's nothing, if it's something that's just with single line fonts, there's nothing that anyone can do. It's just the way that that designer kind of created it when you're looking at previews. The Samantha font can be purchased from Creative Fabrica, and if you have a subscription, you can download that for free. So 4.4 was a version of Silhouette Studio that had so many issues. so many issues. I highly recommend going down to version 4.3 if you do not have a Pro. If you have a Pro, you have to use 4.4 or 4.5. See if one of the 4.5, like if the 4.5 works for you. If not, and if you don't have a Pro, I recommend going back down to 4.3.370. Someone says, I was today years old when I found out that was even a thing. All right, hold on. Let me also open this because someone's coming to pick up an order. Oh, so I had to make sure that I can see outside. Okay, so let's go back up. Let me see. Is it a silhouette question before I come out of silhouette? Okay, so I saw that one. I answered about Creative Fabrica. How do you create a design with fonts that aren't straight across? The letters seem bubbly and bouncy. How do you create a design? So are you saying like you're wanting ideas of how to use that font or how to take that because it's staggered, how to make it a straight line? Is that what you're asking? How to turn that into a straight line? All right, so there is the person to pick up their order of prints, which will be available to you guys soon, where you will be able to order prints directly from us. You'll be able to order prints directly from us here at HSINK. Okay, hold on. What did I do with the, I don't know. I'll just put them in here. 1 second, everyone. 1 second. 1 second. Everyone wants to call me now. Like everybody wants to call me right now. All right. Let me just run this outside, guys. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Okay, I probably should have muted my mic, huh? Because I'm loud. Let's see if you commented. Okay, so I'm not sure if you're still on who asked that question. So I wanted a little bit of clarity on what your question was as far as, what do you mean as far as like designing with it? Okay. Hi from Charlotte. Is saving your design in Silhouette Studio as an SVG enough to create an SVG that would be okay to sell? Oh man, that is a great question. All right, I'm going to flip this around for you guys and come back over here because that's not necessarily a silhouette question. So yes, it technically is. At one point, there was an issue with Cricut Design Space and how it opened up in Cricut Design Space. Like if you were to save it, it came in where it wasn't the correct size. Now it will open up where it is the correct size. Sometimes, depending on the image, Cricut Design Space will kind of separate things. Like if you don't make certain things a compound path or group them together a certain way, coming directly from Silhouette Studio to Cricut Design Space is kind of like in. But I've taken a design that I have made in Silhouette Studio. I've opened it back up in Illustrator, Affinity, Cricut Design Space. I've opened it up on Shortcuts a lot. So you definitely can use Silhouette Studio as your design software to create digital files. So if you're looking to get into digital content and sell files, you definitely can create that with Silhouette Studio. It is it's just a vector-based program, just like Illustrator, Affinity Designer, Corel Draw, Inkscape, all of those. That was a great question. I'm about to start up this Silhouette since taking it out of the box after 3 years. Yes, let's put that thing to work. My setup is located in my basement. My state had a flood and water got into my work area. Prints have not been the same. Got a humidifier for my area, but wasn't sure if I should try something else. That one I can't help you with. I've never experienced that. I'm not sure what you would need to do for that. I've never experienced that. Hey, Boo. Is that Ebony? That's one of the people that calls me Boo. And if it is, I can hear. When I read it as if it was Ebony saying, "Hey, Boo," to me. So if that is you, Ebony, hey. Let's see. I've taken loads of classes, never fail. Also, paper ink. Winner, chicken dinner. Hello from Michigan. Thank you for joining me this evening for this live Q&A. What time is it? Okay, so I got to put the time. Hello from down the street. Hello from down the street. Maryland. All right, so I'm looking for the other questions. You have an HP? Yes, you can still use it for Jet Pro 3G. You may want to do a test on it just to see how it will be when it comes to wash. Like I said, there are some HPs that use a form of pigment ink. The Office Jet ones, from what I've researched, have pigment ink. How you can tell if you have pigment ink, take something, print it out on a regular sheet of paper, put it underwater. If it bleeds, because like a pen, so if it bleeds like this, it's dye ink. If it stays in place and does not bleed, it's pigment ink. Hello. Oh, the Tumblr ambassador. Lord, I was about to say, hello, how are you, sir? I just watched your video about folks, trying to get that, get them coins off of you and then unfollowing. I was like, oh, no. You do a wonderful job for the Tumblr community, by the way. So I want to give you your flowers and your props. So thank you for everything that you do for the Tumblr community and being an ambassador to let people know that they need a Tumblr. They need them a Tumblr. They need them a Tumblr. I don't know what to put at the end. Anyway, to stop printer from eating my paper, get you some Honestly Speaking Sublimation paper. I'm not saying that to be funny, but I have so many people. A lot of the times when that happens, it really depends on the paper that you're using. Oh, whoa. That kind of freaked me out when I guess we're like halfway to the goal. I've never heard that sound before. But I've had several people that will say they had nothing but issues and issues and issues. And I wish I can go and find it real quick. There was just someone, she was like, this was getting on my nerves. Like and she was like, I had all these papers. I was trying all these. It would jam. She finally came and got some of our paper, and she was sent a message. Like, you can tell she was screaming. She's like, oh my effing goodness, I've been dealing with this. She's like, I've just printed off 10 sheets and not one jam. So I cannot, if you want to try it out with our sample pack, you can try it out. But a lot of the times it is the paper that you are using. If you have nothing in like your printer, there's nothing blocking it. There's nothing there's nothing going wrong with it. Like if you can take a regular sheet of paper and it feeds through, it's the sublimation paper that you're using. Aw, thank you for sharing the love. Okay, so let's see. Um, I have an Epson 7720 with HS Pigment ink. My magenta is not printing correctly. The only thing that we can suggest is doing a push air. Of course, always make sure that your cartridge is, that actually does have ink in it. Make sure that it is primed, meaning that there is a circle in the middle. If you have our cartridges, that circle in the middle, it needs to have ink in it. And then you want to watch our video for push air. If those don't work, you may have a severe clog and you may need to go like either get cleaning solution or create a cleaning cartridge. All right. All right. So, all right. And I kind of messed up when I answered that one, but this one is about Silhouette Studio for beginners. I saw your question, Aquisha. Kind of the same thing. If it's not fixing, it might be on its way out. You can always try and get look and see about getting a replacement print head and trying that way if you don't want to kind of get a whole nother printer. You're more than welcome to take yourself out of the group if you don't like to add everyone. I'm pretty sure that's where that came from. So it's okay. All right, let's see. Thank you guys for tagging people in the video. Let's see. Like Magnolia Sky is a font that the letters aren't straight across. You can't group them. Let me see. Do I have that one? Oh, let me turn my light back on. Let's see. Do I have Magnolia Sky? It's like, where have you been all my Silhouette life? I don't know, because I've been on YouTube for 8 years. So I don't know. You probably got stuck on one channel. You did come find my videos, but I've been around for 8 years doing free content on Facebook and YouTube. My academy is about 4 years old. All right, let me see. I think, do I have that one? Let's see if I have that one. Magnolia Sky. I don't think I do. It might be on that computer. I've heard that one. That name seems familiar, but no, I don't have that one. Let's see if it's on Creative Fabrica. I could have sworn I had that one. Yeah, I don't see it on Creative Fabrica or Magnolia Sky. So yeah, I'm not sure. That's one where if you can take a picture and post it in one of my Facebook groups, that'll be probably the best way for me to see it and be able to help. Oh, I don't really get anything from Defiant, like not anymore. Yeah. But I mean, if it's on there, it should be on one of the other sites too. But yeah, I really don't get anything from Defiant. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, that one. I mean, if there's something else, I just don't. Do font. Yeah, I'm not sure of what that site is. It's like a lot of the free sites. I've had issues with them. So past traumas. I want to get a virus, so I kind of avoid those, which is why I end up spending a hell of a lot of money on like Hungry JPEG, design bundles, font bundles, and Creative Fabrica because after getting burned and getting a virus from those sites, because any and everyone can put anything on there and they really don't monitor it. I mean, my work is too important. My computer is too important. But hold on one second. What do you mean? Huh? Oh, you serious? No, I didn't. Oh, crap. Shoot. And I deleted the file too. Hold on. I did not notice that. How did that happen on one and not the others? All right, so I'm back over here. Okay. One more question. My paper and sticker paper seems to curl up even when laying flat. Anyone know? It's the humidity in your room. Try getting a dehumidifier. All right. Any other silhouette related questions? All right. So crapola. How did that happen? Let's see. And I did not save it because I didn't really need to save it. Oh, but it might be in my recovered document. When did I shut down? I'm not sure. Yeah, that's the poster. Nope. File new. So that would be what, 12 sheets I have to print over? All right, I'm gonna, while I'm waiting for your questions, I'm gonna set this file up. Again, this is a Q&A for beginners. I'll go ahead and just reset the room. My name is Shakia the Professor. I am a silhouette studio expert, and I also have a business where I can help creative business owners in their creative entrepreneurship journey. So it's everything from teaching you how to like understanding like all of the verbiage and everything when it comes to your silhouette machines, about t-shirts, about temperatures and heat presses and different methods and which one's better, which is better for certain situations and things like that. Like, I mean, everything that you can think of down to printer troubleshooting, I'm your girl for it. Also for things like paper crafts, print and cuts, eco solvent, and business in general. So like marketing, branding, these are all the things that I teach on a daily basis, whether it's me just kind of answering a comment or if I'm going live. So tonight we are doing a Q&A select for beginners. So if you have any questions in regards to Silhouette Studio, feel free to go ahead and post them as a comment and we're going to get right to them. Okay. But I gotta also find this one. So we're gonna go merge. It should be my quick access. Okay, no, it's not in my quick access. Guess I've done too many other things since then. Okay, this is so weird. Oh, I'm like, okay, there's the file. I'm like, where in the heck is the file? And why did it cut off like that? All right, we're going to take this down to 11.5 inches. $13 by $19. And see, we all make mistakes. So now I have to print out 12 more sheets because I did not realize. And then looking at this one, now I see it. Wait, that means, are all of them cut off? Oh my gosh, are you serious? Like, I mean, that's my fault. I did not pay attention to it. Hold on. Oh, shoot now. Oh, crap. Hold on. Because that one's cut off. How in the heck did they cut off? Okay. I knew I wasn't crazy. Something weird must have happened because my test prints, everything is how it should be. So did it mess up? I'm not crazy. Like, why would it be cut off like that? Because on this one, the bottom part is cut off too. But on this one, everything is straight. Oh my gosh, y'all. Un momento. I'm sorry, y'all. That was so weird. I have no idea because I'm like, I always, that's bugging me now because I always do a test print first. Like, never do I not do a test print. But she said that some of them were cut off. And I'm looking at this one that came out. And I remember when I pulled this one to the side because it was at the very end of the set that was in there, and two papers came out with it. So I knew this would be off, but I'm like, I'm not sure why it made the rest of them off. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, all right, let's get back into these questions. I do apologize if you're watching the playback of this. Life happens, or ish happens. Okay, so thank you. In Celestio, is there a way to remove the background like in Cricut? Yes and no. So if it is a solid white background or a transparent one, you can do trace and detach. If it is a very busy background, no, there is no automatic one. Oh my gosh, how in the hell did that happen? Oh God. She just said, oh, crap. I don't get how that happened. I really don't get how that happened. Oh my gosh. And it's going to take an hour and 30 minutes to print all of these over again. I have no idea what the heck happened. Oh my gosh. I don't know how that got cut off. Anywho, but yeah, if it's like a busy background or like let's say it's trees and stuff behind it, no, there's no thing you can just click. I'm on the verge of tears. But you can do trace and detach if it is a solid background. Okay. All right, let's see. I create designs from my laptop, but my machine doesn't work with my laptop. So I need to send files and open files and open on my computer that's connected to my Silhouette. Do I have to save the file as an SVG all the time to be able to open it? Okay, wait. Let me reread this. I create designs from my laptop, but my machine doesn't work with my laptop. So I send the files to myself and open on my computer. No. So, I mean, if it's just a Silhouette file, no, you can just save it as a Silhouette file, but you have to make sure that you're saving it somewhere where you can access it from your laptop. Those files do not connect unless they are on your cloud drive. Okay. It has to be on your cloud drive. Oh wait, I also have to text my appointment. What time is it? Okay. I'm so frustrated right now. I'm going to go over here and show you what I'm referring to. I may have to come back here and press these because it's my fault. I did not notice that because the test prints came out correctly. All right, let's flip you around. Comment. No, I'm sorry, not comment. Flip camera. All right. So in your library, you're going to see a couple different icons. The lock means that you purchased it from the Silhouette Studio design store. And you cannot save that in like a PDF or SVG format. You can only use it in Silhouette Studio. Like you can save it as a JPEG, but not as a vector format. And with those, if you log into your library, it will be there no matter where you log into your library at. Now, you may also see a check mark. These are things that you have added to your library and you have put them on the cloud side. The cloud only allows for 5 gigabytes of storage. Once you go past that, it won't save to the cloud anymore. It will be in your like local, which means it's only on the computer it was created from. I don't know if I have any on here, but the other one is a gray X. If you see a gray X, that means that it's local to that computer only. Now, if you're not saving to the cloud or you don't have any cloud space, when you go to save a design, you're going to go save as, save to hard drive. If you have like a Google Drive and you've made it to where your Google Drive is like, if you look on your panel, you'll see something that says Google Drive. If you click there, it's going to be in your Google Drive, and then you can go to another computer, access it from there. So I have like my WD My Cloud, and these are all connected to every last one of our computers, and I can also access it online. So I normally save mine in one of these folders, and I can access it from anywhere. Just had to do that with my laptop because a file would not open in version 4.3. So I had to open it up on my laptop that still has 3.6, extract certain elements out of it, and then save it, and then open it up over here because 4.3 just wouldn't read it. So that's another way that you can do it, is save it on a drive that's on both devices. Let's see. When I put my matte in my Cameo, and I do a test cut, it always cuts the top of my mat and not the paper. How do I adjust this? This normally happens when your system is set up like it is here. So with the older machines, like the 1 and the 2, you had what was called load mat, load media. You told the machine how to load your item in. So whether it was just the media or if it was the mat. Well, the way that all of version 4, no, I'm sorry, not even the version. The way Cameo 3 and Cameo 4 works is you tell it based off of what you have in the software. So right now I am set to I'm set to no machine. So no mat's going to show up. So let's say I go to my Cameo. Right now I have a 12 by 24 inch mat. So it knows that it can print up to 24 inches long. If I change this to a 12 by 12, it's going to adjust, and like I can't even take my media past 12 by 12. If you have it set up and you have it set to none and you just see the arrow, this means that you are like, the system sees this as you are loading just media and not a mat. So when it pulls your mat in, it's only pulling it in a little bit and not going past this part here. So when it's loading, it's not doing it enough to go however many inches this is. It's only going to load it enough to grip it as if it was with none. So go in and check your settings. Yes, I learned all about maintaining my printers from you, and I can also identify what is wrong. Good evening. I would like to sign up for your design course. How do I find it on your website? All right, so let's go over to the website. And we're going to go right here to where it says 365 classes and playbacks. And it's right here. So remember, if you add this one and this one to your, if you purchase this one, make sure that you add this one to your cart and you will get it for free. Well, this isn't necessarily about the business side. I mean, it's just that I have no idea why. It just cut off all the prints. So I just have to print them over again. There's really nothing. Only way for me to handle it is to print it all over again. And I might end up, they were prints for her to have someone else press. So now I may end up having to be here and press these tonight. So I'm going to let them print and probably come back for them after my son, my son's playing basketball, and I'll be the one to pick him up from basketball practice. So there's really nothing, no way to handle it other than to fix it and to print them over. And now I will have to make sure that I press them because she's going to get someone else too. So, if you have the paid version of PicsArt, you can delete. Oh yeah, true. So you have PicsArt, but that's still not in Solvent Studio. There's a lot of different ways. Me personally, I use remove.bg. I do have the paid version of PicsArt, but I'm usually not on my phone with certain things. So I end up using remove.bg. But yes, remove.bg, PicsArt all have an automatic background remover. PicsArt, though, to me, takes away too much stuff. Where should I save my files? Save my files in Silhouette. I don't save to my library. The only thing that I save to my library are elements, sometimes templates. I don't save full-on designs to my library. For me, I'm always going to go File, Save As, and although I select Save to my hard drive, I have a WD My Cloud, and that's where I save everything at so that I can access it on any of our devices, any of our computers. Oh, you send them to yourself via email. You have two different emails. Yeah, then they should open up. So the Silhouette file should open up. As long as you have Silhouette Studio on both devices, just save it as a Silhouette file and it will open up. You don't have to save it as an SVG. All right, I think something happened with my TikTok, so I'm going to get off of here.
Man, what is going on, dog? Why ain't nobody moving, bro?
All right, let's see. How do you use the rolling tray properly on the floor? I've attempted to use it and it messed up the rolling tray. Oh, you mean the vinyl holder? Is that what you mean? The vinyl holder? You know, which one again? As far as the design course. So this is the one that is for designing. So it was 10 days of going through different design techniques and design ideas. And then you have essential. Well, these are also technically design ones. So this was going over like learning how to design party favors and things like that, custom text effects, how to do those. There is an SVG design course. And then this right here is how you learn to use Silhouette Studio and learn all the properties and all the tools of Silhouette Studio, the 30-day one. So I'm not sure what level you need or like, which class you need, but all of them are under 365 CA classes and playbacks. The background remover app, it is remove.bg. Remove.bg. Now, if you don't pay for it, you're going to get it's not necessarily distorted, but it's not a high resolution version of your image. Yeah, you have to pay for it in order for it to be high resolution, especially if you're going to blow something up. So I do pay for my remove.bg account. And so I'm able to download high definition or high resolution images. All right. So I personally don't ever use it. So with the 3, that's the one where you have to buy the external one and put it on there. And then with the 4, they're supposed to have one built in. I've never, ever, ever used it. I will say that when it comes to the cameos, although they say that you can cut up to 10 feet, the tracking on it does kind of suck. And it starts to shift after about 16 to 17 inches, it starts to shift. One of the things that you can do to help minimize that is avoid the gravity part. So if it is on, if it is on a table and it is feeding out, and it's like kind of just falling towards the floor, gravity will take a hold of it and it will pull it and it will shift it. Whenever I have to do something that is really long, I put it on the floor so that it stays as straight as possible and avoids shifting. Okay, let's see what time is it. Okay, let's see. If you're just taking your machine out of the box, I highly recommend you take the Creative Academy's Learn Solvent Studio in 30 days. So it is more so about the software. So you don't have to have a machine at all in order to take the 30-day training, because that is more of the software side. We don't really go over cutting anything with the machine. There are some classes that are going to come up for that one where we're doing our first vinyl cut, first paper cut, and first print and cut. So those classes are coming for those who actually have the machine. The logistics of that is the part that's kind of like, and I'm trying to see how I want to do it, because people have different machines. Everyone doesn't have a 4. Everyone doesn't have, some people have a 3. Some people still have the 2 that's still in the box. Some people may even still have the original, and how they cut and how they kind of maneuver is a little bit different. Also with the cutting, is like making sure that people kind of are able to get the ratchet blade, because I find that the auto blades cut way differently than the ratchet. So I'm a little, I was supposed to be in January, but I'm pushing back to February because there's a lot of logistics that I have to figure out. I don't like to just throw classes together. And when I think about the fact that this might end up being a mixed bunch, I'm definitely that at its core, it's the same steps. So I really don't want to do a class to say, okay, these are for Cameo 4 users. This is for Cameo 3 users. And some people don't even know which Cameo they have. But it's little things like how you load the machine, how they look, like whether it's buttons or if it's just the touchpad, if it's an auto blade versus a ratchet blade. So I want to make sure that I have everything outlined. If I have to maybe do a precursor to like some of the things that are different for each machine versus like how I will do it in class. So yeah, we're trying to, that's why it's so hard to do the machines. The program, it's the same. It doesn't really matter which version you're in. Like there's like little glitches and things, but for the most part, all of version 4 looks the same. And no one really used version 3 probably other than me. Yeah, we're working on it. It's just I started thinking about the logistics of the way the machines were and the fact that all of them are different. So machine wise, classes are coming soon. The out of the box course is no longer available. That went away at the end of the year because that was like 2 years old. How do I convert RGB colors to CMYK to print? You don't have to. A lot of people will tell you that you have to do that and it has to be in CMYK, and you really don't. One of the top Epson profiles is actually RGB 1977. You really don't have to convert it to CMYK. I have a portrait. I don't have a portrait, so I can't really identify exactly what the issue is with it. It's going to be pretty much the same thing as with the Cameo. So making sure that you don't have anything within your restrictive areas, making sure that you don't have, like if you have to tape it to your mat, making sure that there's no like tape in those areas, making sure that it's within the right part of the mat, making sure that you're lining it up in the right space, in the correct spot to load it in. I don't have a portrait, so I can't really give you like an example of like load it here and things like that. Just follow my print and cut one to make sure that all of the settings are correct. And I highly recommend doing the setting the thickness to max and then going from there. Is the premium blade and the ratchet blade the same? Kind of, sort of, yes. I'm still trying to figure out what's premium about the premium blade because it's not like, I don't think it's at a different angle. I have one somewhere, but I've never used it. I've never had an issue like major issues with the ratchet blade. But they're basically, still like you have to manually adjust it. I don't know if there's an auto premium blade, but they're technically not supposed to be the same, which is why they're a different price point. She says, nope, sure don't. I just found out I have the 4 and not the 3. Just a little tip on the hanging, just that little tip on the hanging vinyl was amazing. I've thrown away so much vinyl that shifted for no reason. Thanks, Professor. You are very welcome. All right, y'all. I have a 101 in really technically about like I want to be off by 7:30 so I can go and get all my stuff done for my 101. So I do have a 108. We need to schedule ours as well because I got kind of caught up in the fact that I was technically off. So we need to send me a date and time for yours also. But so I have to go for that, and then I have to now press these out. So I'll probably come back while I press those because actually, no, I'm not, because actually the way these are set up is not ideally how I would do things for this. So no, you guys won't actually see me press these because it's not ideal to how I do things here at HS Ink. So yeah. I can't find the ratchet blade on Amazon. So I use a premium one. So that's why I asked. Yeah, I mean, but for the most part, like for that, I mean, they still cut. It's nothing special that it does that the ratchet blade doesn't do. So you're fine. All right. So we're going to go ahead and close out for this evening. Thank you guys so very much for joining me. I will be back next week. I don't have, I was going to try and do a Friday live, but my schedule is kind of like stacked. So I will see you guys again next week sometime. I might be doing like might do some ones over on TikTok. I'm trying to still build that audience and just kind of doing some like Q&A and just discussion type deals. So check me out over there. If you're on TikTok, Shakia the Professor 365. And visit the website shop.hsink365.com. Now, I will say this, guys, it doesn't hurt to try out a different paper. If you watch me, you find value in what I say, you should know that I'm also going to provide an amazing product. It does what it says it's going to do. If you have a paper that you prefer and like it's one you're using all the time and stuff like that, hey, the same way you have different shirts, you have different pairs of shoes that you wear on your feet, you can try out different papers as well. We have a sample pack if you don't want to commit to the full 100 pack, 100 sheet pack of paper. So you can definitely try out the sample pack, but I'm telling you, you will not regret adding this to your lineup of papers. You may like one paper for one thing and then another paper for something else. Our paper is great on tumblers. And the fact that like when you're doing shirts, if you have a major order, like I now have to do these 50 towels, I only have to press for 30 seconds with the heat press that I have. So our paper can potentially cut certain jobs in half for you if you're used to pressing at 60 seconds. And also if you are always baking in your craft room or your craft space, your workspace, because you can use a much lower temperature, you're going to eliminate some of that heat. So head over to our website, shop.hsink365.com, and try out some of the paper. We also, there we go. If you're just setting it up, you can try out our, well, not try, if you got an eco tank, you're going to be kind of committed with us for a while because it takes a while for that ink to go out. But we have ink. All of our ink is 140 milliliters. And as you can see from that, the LED light makes it look a little bit browner than what it is, but we have a really, really great black ink. It's not that rust brown, and you don't get a lot of that extra browning when you are using our ink. So definitely consider us. We are one of the best. So let's consider that if you are just getting into sublimation. I see one more question here. Which of your papers do you recommend for tumbler presses? So if you're, that means you're doing a hard substrate. The papers are fast dry and tacky. Tacky is for fabric. So if you are doing a hard substrate, you're going to want to use the just standard paper that doesn't have the little tacky tag on it, just regular fast dry. She says, baby, that paper is the truth. I just got my order. My husband said, good Lord, what's this big box? My paper. Yes, it's incredible. Yes, so the tacky paper is for fabric blank, so you would use just the regular fast dry, but this can be used on fabrics as well. I don't use the tacky paper unless I'm using my rolls for things like, wait, can you see it back there? Like things like stoles and or oversized prints and things like that. It's the only time I really use my tacky. I prefer the fast dry. All right, y'all, let me get out of here so I can go to my 101 and then start to press these out. Until next time, guys, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.